What's up, Solow Sportsters? I'm here at our Flushing, Queens location, located on the glorious grounds of the US Open, to review the latest and lightest addition to the Wilson Shift lineup, the Wilson Shift 99L V1. Check out this video, hear what we thought about it, and figure out if this is the right racket for you.
The Wilson Shift 99L V1 is 285 grams, which equates to 10.1 ounces unstrung, with a swing weight of 311, making it 5 points head light, with a balance point of 12.9 inches. As the name suggests, it has a 99 square inch head, a length of 27 inches, a standard 16 by 20 string pattern, and a constant beam of 23.5 millimeters. The stock grip is the Wilson Pro Performance and has a soothing off-white or gray colorway that coordinates well with any outfit or string. The L is the lightest of the shifts, 15 grams lighter than the 99 and 30 grams lighter than the Pro. Though I hate to admit it, as I've gotten older, I have found myself gravitating towards frames in the 290 gram range and string tensions in the mid to low 40s as a way to give me the maneuverability I crave and compensate for the decreased mass behind my shots with the power provided by stringing at low tensions. As the Shift is Wilson's latest addition to their racket lineup, we've decided it would be blasphemous if we didn't pair it with their newest string, Luxlot Eco Rough. For this playtest, we strung the racket up at my go-to tension of 44 pounds. What makes the Shift line of rackets unique across Wilson and every other racket lineup is that it is stiff in the, we'll call forward-back direction, and very flexible in the side-to-side direction. Now what I mean by that is when you're hitting through the ball, the racket doesn't flex as much, it is relatively stiff and gives you great access to power. So for someone with a conventional swing style, they might find this racket to be rather powerful. However, if you have a more modern swing style and swing from bottom to top, swinging up on the ball, you'll notice this racket is actually very flexible, forgiving, and gives you enormous amounts of spin. As you can imagine, for a racket like this, I didn't find myself coming up to net too often, but when I did, it had the same benefits that I noticed from the baseline. It was an absolute easy point and shoot. As long as I kept my racket stable and out in front, I was able to easily redirect pace and put my opponents back on their heels. But when I wanted to go for the touch shots or the sharp angles, or really needed to hit a specific spot on the court, I found this racket didn't quite have what I needed to, and I found myself spraying balls more than I would like. This racket was an absolute joy to hit from the baseline. I was able to easily swing through the ball to get massive amounts of power and spin behind my shots. Though I found myself struggling to find or pinpoint a specific spot on the court, so long as I was rallying in a general direction, whether that be straight down the middle, cross courts, down the line, I could easily get into a groove with this racket. It's when I needed to be a little more precise and a little more dialed in is where I found this racket forced me to create or aim for bigger targets as opposed to the small, precise ones that I usually aim for with my pro staff. In terms of where the Shift 99L fits within the Wilson lineup, I feel it sits very nicely in between the Blade 100L and the Clash 100L. This racket seems to pick up on specs from each of the rackets or splits the difference between them. For example, the head size is nearly identical, the weight is that of the Blade 100L, the comfort and power is that of the Clash 100L, and the maneuverability is that of the Blade 100L. So as you go back and forward, you can easily find how this racket is a great addition as it splits the difference between two very well-selling rackets. Using this racket on serve felt like I was absolutely cheating. The amounts of pace and spin that I was able to generate without an exorbitant amount of effort was absolutely insane. I was kicking balls like a mule over my opponent's head. I was able to slice down the tee or out wide, depending on if I was in the deuce or the ad court. And I was even able to just flatten out and go for body serves, jamming my opponents with ease. So on serve, this racket was an absolute win for me and was a nice change of pace. This racket fared well in our Solow Sports graded review. As a player who needs a racket to rein me in, this racket packed a little too much punch for me. That said, this is a great choice for an adult with an NTRP rating of 3.0 or higher, or a junior who's not quite ready for your 300-gram racket, but has definitely outgrown their first racket. We would recommend this racket for a player who has a more modern swing style and grip, a two-handed backhand, and prefers to grind from the baseline. Similar rackets from other brands would be Yonex V-Core 100L, Dunlop's SX 300LS, Babolat's Pure Aero Team, and Technofiber's T-Fight 280.
We hope you enjoyed this review of the Wilson Shift 99L. If you have any questions, make sure you comment down below. We love to hear them and we love to answer them. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you can know anytime and every time a new video drops. And as always, we look forward to seeing you in the next video.